One of the problems we have in our country is our dependence on foreigners for certain essential items like crude oil. You want petrol, you have to get oil and then refine it. And these Arabs, you see, all they do is dig a hole in the ground, oil comes out, they raise the prices and we have to pay. So we have to find some way now to ensure we get power supply for every part of India, 24 hours a day. And we must be free from this oil, because 86% of our oil is coming from abroad. Can this be done? Yes, it can be done. There's a new invention called hydrogen fuel cells. Toyota car is going to start production for hydrogen fuel cells from 2015. I mean, cars driven by hydrogen fuel cells. It's like a battery. You plug electricity into it in the night, and next morning for the whole day you can drive 350 kilometers. And if you have, instead of petrol stations, you have recharging stations, then it will be like any other car. And is environment friendly, no pollution. Are we able to do it? Yes. Why the Americans done it? Because the Americans got so much oil that their oil company says, no, you can't do all this, we'll be ruined. Because the Americans went to Iraq and stole all the oil and put it in silos in the ground. So American companies will not allow their people to do it. Japan is doing it, but we have already done plenty of research. We need to focus our minds on this and see that hydrogen fuel cells is produced in India. And if we produce it, then the whole of Asia will buy from us. So oil demand will go down. Even China will buy from us. And if oil demand goes up, then what these poor Arabs will do? They will have to go back to their tents and their camels. Yes, because there is no industry. You go from Morocco to Indonesia. In the entire Arab world or the Islamic world, there is no industry. It's all oil dependent. You want to finish off terrorism, one way is to reduce the dependence on oil. So who can do this? Young people. And we are the luckiest people today, because for large countries we have the largest number, proportional wise, of young people. 70% of our population below the age of 35. Average age of an Indian is 26. What is the average age of an American? 37. China 36. European 46. Japan 50. These are aging populations. Why is Europe having economic problem? Because their population growth rate has suddenly dropped. And people are living longer. So the number of old people is becoming very large. Previously their pension system was working because the number of people who came into the labor force was larger than the number of people retiring. So they used to cut their gratuity, provident fund and all that, and use that money to pay pension for retiring people. But now fewer people are coming in and more people are retiring plus living longer. So they have a huge pension problem. 90% of Europe's problem is that. Ours, you see, because our people did not agree to Mrs. Gandhi and her son Sanjay Gandhi forcibly sterilizing us at the encouragement of the Western world. And in fact, throughout Mrs. Gandhi in the 77 election, this being one of the causes, our population growth rate is coming down slowly. It is coming down, but it's not coming down fast like China. And therefore, we today have such a large number of young people. And these young people have to be given high quality education. They have to be told to become innovators, find new ways of doing things. We have got 60% of the world's thorium. In another 20 years or 25 years, there will be no uranium in the world. So the Americans have already started research on thorium. But we have got 60%. So this 60% thorium must be used for power systems in our country. There are 3 cycles. We have already mastered 2 cycles. And the 3rd cycle, if we master, then we can set up thorium reactors. And India can become self-sufficient in power, electric power, by use of thorium. And we can even sell it to our neighbors. A huge surplus. These are some of the things that we can do. And this is a way, for that it needs focus. That's why in our manifesto we have said, innovation will be given focus.